밤에 옛날 이야기를 들려주듯 천천히 읽어주세요. 서두르지 말고 문장 끝마다 여운을 두세요. Old houses left one corner unguarded on purpose.
According to the classical records, the Oni is a horned demon, often wrapped in tiger skin, carrying an iron club. It punishes sinners, drags them to the underworld, and haunts the northeast gate. This image appears across East Asia, in Japan, in Korea, in China, with variations, but always the same direction, the northeast, the gate of the demon. The ancient texts are explicit. The Oni comes from the northeast, the Kimon, the demon's gate. But why would a culture assign a direction to evil? Why not just say the wilderness or the mountains? Because the direction was not about geography. It was about fear of what comes from outside.
Consider the old Chinese manuals of direction. They say the northeast is the gate of the demons, the direction from which evil enters. In Japan, the same belief shaped architecture. Houses and temples were built to avoid facing the northeast, or they left that corner open, as if to say, "We know you're coming, so we've prepared a place for you." The Oni was not a random monster. It was a map of anxiety. The northeast was the direction of the cold wind, of winter, of the wild. It was the direction from which invaders might come, from the steppes, from the north. The Oni was the embodiment of that threat, given a face and a name.
But there is a deeper layer. The Oni is not just a foreign invader. It is also a punisher, a guardian of the moral order. In Buddhist texts, the Oni are wardens of hell, tormenting the wicked. They are the enforcers of karma. So the Oni is both the threat from outside and the punishment from within. This is the crack in the story. The Oni is not simply other. It is a reflection of the self, of our own sins, our own fears, our own capacity for cruelty. The monster is a mirror.
And what does that mirror show? It shows a culture that feared what it could not control. The northeast was the direction of the unlucky, the direction of the dead. In some traditions, the northeast was associated with the demon of illness, with plague. So the Oni was not just a monster, it was a scapegoat, a way to externalize the fear of disease and death. By placing the demon at a specific gate, people could say, "We know where the danger is, we can guard against it." It was a way of making the unknown known, of giving shape to the formless.
밤에 옛날 이야기를 들려주듯 천천히 읽어주세요. 서두르지 말고 문장 끝마다 여운을 두세요. A revelation, deliberate and weighty. Let each fact sink in before the next. The reveal is this: the Oni never lived in the wild. He lived at the exact edge of where our world stopped. He was the boundary marker, the sentinel at the edge of the map. In the old cosmologies, the world was a square, and the northeast was the corner of the demon. But that corner was also a threshold, a place where the human world met the other world. The Oni was the guardian of that threshold, both a warning and a protector. He was the one who kept the boundary, who punished those who crossed it, and who reminded us that the world is not entirely ours.
Quiet and low, receding, like closing an old book at midnight. No urgency left. So when you see an old house with a missing corner, or a temple that turns its back to the northeast, remember, it was not a mistake. It was a confession. A confession that we are afraid of the dark, of the cold, of the unknown. And the Oni, with his horns and his tiger skin, was our way of saying that fear out loud. He is still there, at the edge of the map, waiting. But now you know, he was never the monster. He was the mirror.